Welcome back, trainers. And, well, I think my point has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. We have toppled it. The score you're seeing here, we made it to the leaderboards. So we're at 3,241. That score you're seeing is actually going to go up beyond 100. So we're going to be even higher. Should have been higher up on the leaderboards. Our score was different when it did hit like 10, 15, whenever it did update AM. But hey, it is what it is, and we have something to discuss whether or not I'm going to continue or not on this John Wick Rampage. And so let's talk about it. We're not going to get into the commentary quite yet, but go ahead and take a look at this high elo 5-0. You guys, I told you I'm not going to stop, but now we are. And why is that? Why do we want to not go all the way to the top and just take all of these people out? Because the queue times, and let's go ahead and go over that. I did not complete all of my sets for the day, so I'm not going to give you time. I could battle random times. It could be at night, it couldn't be in the morning, but the point is I have been trying to do all of my battles for the past 4 hours. I would say even longer than that. It's getting ridiculous to the point where I'm recording the screen, because whenever I go into the Go Battle League and I hit queue up, I turn on the recorder, we start rolling, right? And it's sitting there, and sometimes I go 15 minutes and it's still recording without even a single battle, and then I have to back out 20 minutes, and it's even to the point where the phone itself is telling me space low, so I had to go back and delete them, and now we're going to just turn on the camera when we see somebody. So it went from me being able to complete all of my battles within an hour, a reasonable time, maybe a little bit longer if I take breaks, to completing them 4+ hours, and I still haven't completed them all. I can't do that. We got to get back down. We have to get these battles going quicker than this. As much as I would, if I could have the time to do that, I would really, maybe enjoy doing that. It's been fun reaching the leaderboards and just continuing to rampage our way to the top here. 5-0, a few wins, and it's just too long. We're not going to be able to do it, but it was fun. We came, we conquered, and here we are, folks. So I did also give this team a name. I already said it on Twitter. Probably a little silly, but I'm going to call it Heisenberg because it came in out of nowhere and just started taking over. And it's also a little bit blue, so kind of a cool name, right? So let's just go with that Heisenberg team here. And that's pretty much it. We're going to drop our score. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to have to swallow our pride and just make it happen. I was using Scrafty, hoping we run into some Charmers. Also a Obstagoon, hoping we run into some counter users or something, but it wasn't quite happening. We could throw easy, no problem, but I don't 100% want to just lose the battles, just flat out, just give it up. Maybe like once it's almost over, I could potentially win and I just let them have it. Or if I just lose, that'd be great as well. So we can get these queue times back to normal because we can't go on like this. I'm not going to be able to do my battles. This one got up so late because of specifically that. Could have just, ended it with the 5-0, but I wanted to continue to record. It got to the point where I was like, what am I doing? Let's just take the video that we had and go make some content, and we'll just have to finish the battles whenever because this ain't happening. But hey, it was a good time, and I was happy to experience this and share it with you guys. And so you can see what it's like getting up here and what the battles are like. Although you can go to other content creators who have a high score as well, and that's what they kind of focus on. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the commentary here. And let's go. We're met with a fantastic lead. Yes, we got a 5-0. We got some pretty good leads. But like I said before, I was told that if you're a good battler high up in the scores, a bad lead doesn't really mean too much. So here we are. They swapped into the Swampert, and they go for Earthquake. We had a great shield there. Gonna go ahead and go for that Hydro Cannon. We're getting a shield out of them. Now, as much as I want to use a shield here, I'm gonna have to hold off on doing so, even though I may think it's an Earthquake. So we're getting their last shield. Now, we're really in a position to maybe potentially shield this thing twice, but we're letting it go through, and it is going to be Hydro Cannon, calling that. Very nice. Letting it go through again. We're able to survive. Can we get there? Unfortunately not. And that Swampert does have energy. So what we can do is go ahead and go in here with the Ninetales, but they're instantly swapping into a Gengar, and that's perfect because we do have them at champ. And here's the thing. the Heisenberg team now is known. People are watching it. People see it, especially if they're, on the alert. Poké's rising up. Better go take a look so we can see what they have. Nah, I'm just saying, because I went up against a few people. It was clear that they knew what I had in the back and what team I was running because of the way they were playing. Way too comfortable and whatever. So that's another reason why we're just going to go ahead and bring it down a notch. Could use another team, but eh. Anyways, they're in here with the Dragonite. No shields. We're going to go ahead and get this off as soon as possible and take them out. That's going to easily one-shot them when we take that win. Looking good. And moving on to our next opponent. And not only the 5-0, we're going to look at a few more battles beyond that. So we're met with a Chestnut here, and it does have Smackdown. So that's going to be doing super effective damage without stab. It is going to take longer for them to gain energy. We kind of do need to look out for superpower. It is going to get stab, and it also is just a strong move in general. We're shielding that up, expecting a swap, but they're going to continue on for a few more Smackdowns, and then swapping into a Galvantula. Nope, sorry, Bronzor. I don't know where I got that from. Going in with the Empoleon here, and we kind of do need to look out for Bulldoze, so I do have a shield in mind for this Empoleon here when they do use their charge move, but we get met with something else, and it is going to be a payback. So that one actually, that would have done some pretty good damage anyways. So it's okay if we use the shield. Have energy, shieldless. Let's see what we could do here. Have a Machamp at the back. They're bringing in a Drifblim, and we go for the Drill Peck, unfortunately. So we could have done a lot more damage there. So they have the Drifblim out here, which is great because, well, the Machamp's at the back. We're going to be able to deal with this now instead of it coming out up against the Machamp with a surprise or getting locked in with it here. So they're going to go ahead and go for a Shadow Ball, taking us out, going in here with the Ninetales. They're swapping into the Chestnut. We're going to go for this Powdered Snow, and I think we may want to swap into Machamp to start building up our energy here. Or we're going to stay in. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Oh, we couldn't swap. We were locked. Okay. Wake up, Poke. All right, so bringing in the Drifblim, we have a lot of health. They need to get to a Shadow Ball, but they're definitely not going to be able to do that. Machamp getting to that rock side, taking out the Drifblim, and taking the win here. Let's keep it moving, folks. Let's go. I wasn't joking when I said I was going to take myself to the top, and we're met with a Galvantula. And this is a good lead for us. We like this. We can let the first charge move go through. We don't care if it's going to be a discharge. We can still take that. A Alolan Ninetales XL is very good. Let's just put it that way. So letting the first one go through, expecting that discharge. They usually like to throw a discharge and then a lunge to maybe make you think that they're going to take you out, but it's just going to be a not very effective lunge to lower your attack. But it looks like they're going to be swapping into a Machamp. Sounds perfect to me. We're going to go ahead and throw this here and then swap into our own Machamp, which is putting the Empoleon in the clear for any sort of shadow counter damage from a Machamp. Sounds good to me. Using that shield and farming them down. And let's see what they're going to bring in here. I think it's going to be that Galvantula. It sure is, with that energy ready to go. Let's go ahead and shield this. Yeah, let's see. Let's farm this thing down. Oh, that was a surprise. I didn't expect that to happen. We have a bunch of energy and a Swampert over there. Well, let's go ahead and start putting in some work. We're going to go ahead and just rain upon them with charge moves. All right, so we're going to hit them twice with the cross chop. We got a shield, and they're going to be forced to throw. Otherwise, they're going to be looking pretty bad with that Swampert over there. So as soon as we do go down, I think we want to go in here with the Empoleon to kind of just wear it out a little bit more. Swap into the Ninetales. Getting to the Weather Ball at the same time, but that's okay. We're going to be able to get to the Waterfall or just farm them down with the Empoleon, and we're getting to that before they can get to a Earthquake or something. I don't think they had enough energy for that, but you never know. We weren't counting, and we're taking the win there. All right. So do I count a lot of the times? I do, but once it starts getting foggy and I get a little hype, I kind of lose track. So there you go. There's the 5-0. And you're not going to see the actual highest score we're going to have quite yet. That's going to be at the end of the video. But you could imagine what we're going to jump up from the current score you do see here. So now we're at 3,314, guys. Yeah, we're going John Wick. Let's get it. All right, on to the next battle here. We're met with a Snorlax. Okay, so yeah, we got to look out for those superpowers. They're not going to KO, and it's also going to lower their attack and defense, leaving them vulnerable, so it's not ideal to do it unless they have two. They could go for a Body Slam, we get a shield, or give up a shield, and they can go for a superpower. So let's see how that plays out, though. So far, building up a bunch of energy. What's going to happen here? Getting a little nervous as to what they're going to throw. So we're going to go ahead and shield the first one. It is a Body Slam, but we're going to be able to get to another Weather Ball. Let's see if they want to finally shield the Snorlax, I would imagine, with all that energy. And we can let this go through. Even a superpower is not going to take us out. We should be able to farm down, but they're going for a body slam. And I could have maybe farmed down there. Got a little nervous, so we just go in ahead and threw the weather ball. But yeah, kind of a waste of energy there. Bringing in a Charizard with wing attack, that sounds fantastic because, well, Empoleon doesn't take super effective from fire, but it is neutral, and that's going to be resisted with that quick move it does have. We're able to get to another one, but unfortunately they're going to be able to hit that Dragon Claw and take us out. Still holding on to a shield, bringing in that Empoleon, and we have a Venusaur in the back. Now this is going to spell some trouble for us when we do have the Ninetales out of commission, because Machamp is, counters resisted. Venusaur is going to be able to spam those Frenzy Plants that hurts quite a bit of things, especially the Empoleon and the Machamp here. So we're going to go ahead and swap and see if we can salvage this battle that we have going on here. Letting the Frenzy Plant go through. And I wanted to farm down, but it didn't look like it was happening, and we don't want to waste that energy. Taking out the Venusaur. In comes the Charizard, and Empoleon's going to be able to farm it down. We take the win. We have a shield on both ends, looking good. On to our next battle here, and we're going to be met with another Ninetales. All right. So I'm going to tell you, how has the lag been since I've been up here on the leaderboards, or just in the Legend high ranks? Actually, it hasn't been bad at all. It's weird. It's just mysteriously gone. For some reason, this lag does not happen too much. You have your putters here and there, and all of a sudden you have a bunch of energy. And it's both ways, I hope so, because for the most part, anytime it does kind of stutter like that, I get my energy and I get my attacks in. So it's not like I'm getting cheated, but it is a little annoying. You lose count and all that stuff, but it has been pretty good, I must say, and we're having a blast here. So anyways, back into the commentary. They're swapping and locking in with an Obstagoon. Okay, so here's my thing. This is, you got to do what you got to do. But something that has a 4 times weakness, probably not the best swap in, but like I said, who am I to judge? They don't know what I got back there. So we're going for a Rock Slide, and Jellicent is another Pokemon that is going to be really putting a toll on the Heisenberg team for sure. So that's one of the weaknesses. Since we're not really going to be trying anymore, Jellicent, yeah, definitely a foe of this team for sure. Ninetales' moves not very effective unless we go Dazzling Gleam. Machamp, not very effective unless we go Rock Slide. And Empoleon, not very effective unless we go Drill Peck. And even that Drill Peck's not doing much. And the other moves are taking a lot of energy. So it's just an all-around bad situation with the Jellicent. So there you go. Team exposed. So they're going to be going in with that Jellicent and then backing out. Funny how I was just talking about how weak our team is to it. We see a Jellicent and they back out. But we already know we cornered them there. So great. Met with a Umbreon. So they're going to be instantly swapping into a Galvantula. We're not going anywhere. Oh no, we're staying right here because we got the Machamp to handle that Umbreon, and this is the perfect matchup. As a matter of fact, I prefer this one over the Umbreon, although they're both fantastic. So here we go, letting that discharge go through, and that's fine. Those Volt Switches are so slow to register. We're going to be able to sneak in those Powdered Snows and even maybe a Weather Ball here. I don't know about this one. Yeah, a little bit low there. So this specific battle, I have to point something out where we failed and why we're going to lose this. Sorry to spoil it, but we needed to shield the Ninetales. I just wanted to point it out while we're in the moment. Since I didn't, well, now we've lost the control of the battle, if you will, I suppose. And now we're just going to go downhill. Maybe a way to salvage it. I think potentially this bait. Okay, all right, that would have been our win con. Going for the cross chop bait and then having extra energy, that would have done it right there. So you have little opportunities throughout. If you mess up somewhere, like I did not shielding the Ninetales, I had another opportunity. I messed that one up as well. So now I deserve to lose. That's just the way it goes. So they're going to be able to survive. Man, are you kidding me? If we were actually, I think that Umbreon does have energy, so it doesn't matter. They would have taken us out instantly. Got a few counters in maybe. But nonetheless, you live, you learn, you mess up, and you say good games. So they're going to just, I stayed in here. I was like, go ahead, take me out. Good game. All right, you got me. On to the next battle here. I think we just got a couple more. I think this actually may be the last one, folks. So met with a XL Skarmory. So yeah, definitely XL here. Is this a good matchup? Sure. I don't mind it, actually. We're doing neutral damage. It's still going to hurt quite a bit. We're both XL. And the Empoleon has a great matchup if we're going to let the charge move go through. If it's definitely not a Brave Bird, actually. Well, could have been. Again, wasn't counting. So they're going for a Sky Attack. Great, letting it go through. Getting to a Weather Ball as they do. We're going to be able to outpace them with the charge moves, though. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. And build up a little bit of energy here and go ahead and go for it. Let's see if they want to shield it up. Highly doubt that they do. Yeah, they know that they lost that there. They're just going to take the loss and hold on to their 2 shields and come in with a King. Oh, coming in with a Kingdra. Wanted to go Dazzling Gleam. Could have one-shotted it almost. So there you go. That's why we don't. Swapping into Empoleon while we have energy on the Ninetales as well. Got to play a little strategy here. And if they're coming in with a Kingdra up against the Ninetales, something's up. And they're not swapping here, so something's definitely going on. And we're just going to chip away at this. That's what we're trying to do here. And hoping that there's not going to be a confusion user in the back. Ninetales is not going to be able to handle that. And, well, Machamp's going to go down. And shields are not down, so we can't handle it, say, a Glade. So we're going to be farming, shielding this up. Obviously, the Machamp is our last line. And we're just going to go ahead and throw the Cross Chop. Did they swap there? Did not catch that. Yep, we have a Shadow Machamp, Shadow Swampert. And we're going to throw the Cross Chop, throw in another one, getting the shield, throwing in the Ninetales. And we're just going to go ahead and go for that Weather Ball. Really throwing on those charge moves. And Powder Snowing down. Almost getting to the Weather Ball, but Machamp's going to come in here and take the win. So you guys ready for the top score? Highest score I've ever gotten in Go Battle League because I actually tried, right? So let's see what it's going to be here. It's going to get pretty high, and that's where I'm going to call it good. Queue times are too long. It's too ridiculous. I had fun. You were all here to witness this great accomplishment. So there you go. 3,326. Whoops, not quite 100. More than what we started with in the beginning, but still pretty good. Thanks for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, trainers.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!